Right here, I've got a pair of 16th century torture shoes.
Whoa. I think you should add my house to your ghost tour. I need your help.
Dude, just put your foot in there.
Oh, man.
Is it effective or what?
Yeah.
My name is Steve Santini. I buy and sell the darkest, most gruesome artifacts on the planet. Welcome to the dark side. Look at all the toys. Oh man, speaking of expensive tin toys, look at this. It's gotta be worth, and it is, $8.95. Yeah. You wind it up and I imagine all the figures move and dance and stuff. I'm always looking to add objects to my collection. And I love hitting up packed antique malls. Thousands of objects inside, I never know what I'm going to find.
Check this out.
What is it?
Soviet MiG pilot fighter's headgear, Korean War.
Wow.
$365.
Oh, no way. You gotta be kidding. It's a vampire killing kit from Romania.
No way.
Wow.
True. You know vampires exist, do you not? $265. Let's see if I can get the price down a bit. Excuse me, sir?
Yes.
This vampire killing kit.
Oh, check this thing out.
Yeah, this is too weird. No way. Oh, it's got a mirror under the lid?
Perfect.
Hey, wait. Oh, shit. No reflection.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So you got garlic there and...
There's all kinds of stuff.
What, teeth? These are real human teeth, man. And look at the old Bible. I mean, it looks
Great.
good. I mean, I've seen a bunch of these, and this one looks a little bit more realistic than most of the ones I've seen. Hold still. You did that pretty realistically. Can we do better on this?
265. I can do 2 1/4.
Ooh, that's still kind of high.
180, because, I mean, who else is going to buy this thing?
I can do 200.
Okay, I'll do this at 2, but make it tax included.
I can do that.
For cool. Thank you so much. I'm here today to meet a guy named DJ. I hear there's something very specific in his collection I'm going to want to buy.
I've got a pair of 16th century torture shoes.
Whoa. Look at those.
That's odd. Where the hell did you get something like this?
I was driving through Austria, stopped at this little antique market, walked in, looking around, saw these things, and I talked to the shop owner. He told me they were used for medieval torture. I knew I had to have them. Bought them right there.
The cruel shoes are a really savage instrument of torture. A person would have these slipped on their bare feet, and then they'd be chained or put in a pillory in such a way they had to stay on their tiptoes. If you went flat-footed, the razor-sharp blades would come up, slicing your feet open. What are you asking for these?
I want $4,500.
You know what, that's a lot. There's books on judicial torture, what was allowed by the courts. I've never seen anything like this. $3 grand, that has to be my final offer.
Look, just because I'm packing up and I'm moving, and it doesn't mean I'm just gonna give this stuff away, okay?
All right, well, you know what? Thanks for letting me see them. Good luck with the move. Take care. I really want these cruel shoes, but I need to get the price down. Sometimes walking away can work wonders, or sometimes you just have to fake it.
Okay, wait. $3 grand cash today.
Today.
All right,
Right away.
They're yours.
Appreciate it.
These are sweet.
Yeah, they are. And they're mine. I'm here today to meet my buddy, Bob SOPOULOS. He says he has a couple of rare pairs of handcuffs for me to take a look at.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Bob, good to see you.
Steve, how are you? I brought a few cuffs down I want you to look at.
Great stuff.
The first pair is a Deutsche Police, German police, 1930 double lock. And the second pair I have are a pair of adjustable Clausos. These are German as well.
These are for the ankles, though, right?
Those are
They're a lot
for
bigger.
the legs.
Are there any keys with them?
I do have keys, but I want to tell you the history of these cuffs, Steve.
Okay.
There was an American soldier back in Lyon, France, acquired these cuffs by trading a pack of cigarettes. These cuffs came from, I'm not sure if you're aware of Fort MONTLUC. It was a Nazi prison camp in Lyon, France. It was run by Gestapo commander KLAUS BARBIE.
Klaus Barbie was a commanding lead Gestapo officer in Paris. He was also known as the Butcher of Lyon. It was his specialty to extract confessions from captured resistance fighters. He even took part in the barbaric tortures. I've handled a lot of dark artifacts, but these permeate evil. What are you asking for them, Bob?
For both pair, I'd like to get 2,500.
I'm thinking more like 1,200 for the set.
1,200 would be too low, Steve. How about 1,800?
1,600.
1,600? Yeah, I could do 1,600, Steve.
Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Bob. My team and I have a lot of work ahead of us. We have to track down some experts that know what the Gestapo used at that time period.
One of the things I really love to do is I'm actually a host of Ghost Walks. It's a lot of fun. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming out to our evening Ghost Walk. Anything that you may see or feel on this walk, it is real. Does anyone have any questions before we go? Great, come on, let's go. All right, I'd like to draw your attention to the building across the street there. And she got pushed down the stairs, and she broke her neck, killing her and her unborn child. All right, so across the street here, we have a very large hotel. Now, originally, this was a very small hotel that was added. They threw the bodies into the basement and buried them in a grave in the dirt foundation. And he stabbed Molly with the bayonet and killed her. She still haunts this hotel. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming on the Ghost Walk. I hope that you had a good time and that you were scared, and I hope that you have a good and a safe ride home.
So it was a good night tonight.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
I'd just like to thank you so much for tonight.
Oh,
it was
thank you.
awesome.
I'm glad you enjoy yourself.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Have a nice evening.
You do a great job. I'll
People
tell you,
like it.
people love it. Hi.
My name is June.
Steph, nice to meet you.
I think you should add my house to your ghost tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I need your help.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I have a friend of mine named Suzy. She's a psychic sensitive, and I think maybe
Yeah.
if we got Suzy inside your house.
Suzy's amazing. If anyone can
Yeah.
help, she could.
Wow, that would be fabulous if you could really help me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My good friend Ron is coming in here today to take a look at these Gestapo handcuffs. Ron's a lifetime law enforcement professional, and I'm hoping he can tell me the advantages of this hinged handcuff design.
Boy, these are ancient. The design is excellent, and I've seen this type of hinge design before. They are used in law enforcement.
Okay.
However, most law enforcement agencies don't use this design. They use a design that has two swivel pins, one in each cuff,
right,
and then two little chain links. Because this is a much better design for manipulating a prisoner. You know, these are perfect for actually hanging somebody up by their arms.
Oh man, yeah.
So you know, you could wrap a chain around that and pull somebody up, and they're not going to break.
I heard of a French resistance fighter that supposedly was arrested by the Gestapo and escaped, and it would have been from this exact same sort of cuff by picking the locks with a pin.
Never seen anybody or heard of anybody getting into cuffs with a pin.
Well, we'll try and pick it through the keyhole, and if you'll do the honors.
Absolutely. Well, how about we up the ante and we time you?
Oh boy.
What do you think?
Yes.
We could give it a shot.
All right.
But you know, these are really rigid, and they're not so easy.
Yeah, they really are.
They're not excuses. Okay, go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
Very good.
Might not open at all. Oh, there we go.
All right, 15 seconds. That's amazing.
15 seconds, eh?
Oh, that's, hey.
I was actually surprised how easy it was to escape from those Gestapo handcuffs with a piece of bent wire, but I have a slight advantage. I'm an escape artist. I would imagine somebody in the hands of the Gestapo back in the day, finding a little bit of metal, would only get them open by sheer luck and fluke. All right, let's try it with the shim then. Go.
Okay.
Oh, missed.
Wow. Yeah, there's a risk in that method. They can tighten up on you.
There is, and it's doing it right now. The pain is incredible right now. I can't open my hand fully because it's so wide it's crushing the bone. So hanging by your wrists would be brutal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use the
there?
key. Yeah, just
There you go.
right into the bone. These are a horrific thing, and you've really helped me see these in a different light and shed a lot of information on them. I gotta thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome, Steve.
Great
Good
stuff.
seeing you again.
Yeah. I had some business to attend to, so I sent Steph to meet up with Paul Ambrose. He's an amazing medieval historian, and I'm hoping he can tell us a lot about our cruel shoes.
Hey, Paul, how's it going?
Hey, Steph. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Basically, what it looks like you have here is an original pair of late 16th or early 17th century torture shoes. Tools of this nature were basically used during the 1500s up until about the end of the 1600s. The feet have some of the most, if not the most, nerve endings in the body.
Yeah.
And if you see with these, if you press on the heel, those spikes go right through.
Now, what are these rings for?
So could have been used as suspension rings.
Ooh, okay.
Sometimes during a torture, you would be put on a scaffold, which would basically lift your body off the ground by means of a pulley. And when they would say to the person being tortured, said, oh, my arms are hurting, you've had me up too long, the torturer would then say, fine, we'll lower you. And you can rest on your
Down
own
on the
body
spikes.
weight.
Oh, that's...
And also
Can't
the fact
imagine
they're
that.
made of metal, these could be heated up in a
Oh,
forge.
no.
And then put on your feet.
Okay,
so they're really a macabre piece of
these are
history here.
Do you have any idea what these could be worth?
A pair of shoes like this, provided they're original, which these certainly do look to be, would probably be roughly in about the $5,000 to $6,000 price.
Really? That much?
Yeah, they're quite valuable, actually.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect it to be
A lot
that
of them
high.
were lost to history. Many were basically discarded throughout the
So these are pretty rare.
They're actually quite rare. The survival rate's very low, and you don't see many of them.
The price, I think Steve's going to be really happy about this purchase. Updates.
Updates.
I couldn't connect the cuffs to the Fort MONTLUC prison in Lyon. It just didn't work.
It doesn't surprise me because, you know, they're not marked.
But I did find this photograph.
What is this?
This is 1945. It's a prison that the Gestapo used. And these are the Allies coming in and checking out all the cuffs.
Is that Fort MONTLUC?
No, this is a different one.
But this is a table full of, you know, what they got together, all the restraints that were left behind when the Gestapo left. Look at the leg shackles. They've got the same chain. Look at that, same tail with adjustment points. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it looks like it matches up.
Well, it does go to show then, if this is Gestapo or regulation equipment they were using, they probably circulated it to all their prisons and interrogation facilities. So this is really a strong case for these. Good work.
Thanks.
Military auctions are a great source of dark antiques, so I try and hit one at least once or twice a year.
Antique pistols now, how about that?
Okay, there we are.
Here we go, rock and roll.
Yeah, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 150, 150 there, 175, 150 bid to 75, 150, where's the 75? At 175, $200. At 175, it'll be 200. 175, it'll be $200 bid to quarter, now $100 quarter bid to half. You sold at $225, lucky lady, number 170.
Well, guess what, this next one. The one item I really want from this military auction is this 1810 flintlock pistol. It's got an incredible history and no doubt has seen some dark deeds.
$200. Flintlock here, 200 bid, 2 1/4, 250, 75, bid 3 now, 3 1/4 now, 350, 375, 375, would have been 400 now, 4 1/4 now, 450, 450, 4 1/4 there, and 450. At 4 1/4 there, and 450. At 450, last call at $450. Sold at 425 to number 166. Thank you.
Yes.
Right on.
I'm still trying to come down, man. I'm just like vibrating. This is so cool. I can't wait to get the piece in my hand and walk out the door with it.
I have awesome news for you. I met with Paul Ambrose.
The weapons expert?
Took him the CARROLL shoes. He says these are worth between $5,000 and $6,000.
Yes! Awesome.
And he says they're extremely rare.
Really?
Now check this out. He told me about this auction that took place. Look at the pictures.
No way! They are
They
the
look like the
same
same
thing.
era at least. But look how much they sold for.
4,200 euro?
When
That's
you
more
exchange
than
it.
what Paul said they were worth. Wow.
So if you wanted to sell these, then you would... No?
Nuh-uh.
It's not happening?
Nobody gets my CARROLL shoes. Stephen Ross is an expert on German military items, and I'm hoping he can tell me something about these handcuffs and leg irons alleged to have been used by the Gestapo.
As soon as you pulled them out of the box, I said, these look to me like they're of the firm August Schwartz of Berlin, which was a well-known and established handcuff manufacturer from 1911 all the way up to 1945. One problem, however, is this is the first pair of August Schwartz I've ever examined that don't have August Schwartz stamped into it. A company in Hamburg bought the patterning rights, began reproducing them in 1950 to 1954.
You mean those could be post-war?
produced for the German police post-war.
Oh no.
To the exact specifications of August Schwartz. One physical bit of evidence we might have is their weight.
Their weight?
The 1940 to 1945 cuffs weighed in around 380 to 390 grams. Post-war cuffs, 400, 410 grams. And so it says 389 grams.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Much better physical evidence, that's for sure.
That's good news.
What do you think they're worth?
Get maybe $100 to $200 for them.
Not so good news.
No, it's not good news. I've got more than that into them.
However, the oral history is what's going to make these much more valuable.
Right.
Okay.
If the story is to be believed, then this pair of August Schwartz cuffs could be 10 times that quoted value, $1,000, $2,000.
Right.
Well, that's good news.
That's all right.
Thank you very much.
Well, my pleasure.
That's great.
During the ghost walk, I met a woman who's convinced her home is haunted. So I'm taking along my psychic friend, Suzy Lewis, to see if she can detect a presence in the woman's house.
This is the area of most concern. Very strange things keep happening. You know, in this room, well, in the whole house, you would think because it's so old, you would hear lots of creaking and groaning and, you know, from, you know, the floors or the walls or whatever, but what I usually hear is moaning, kind of a crying or a wailing sound. It's very unnerving, and I really need help.
When I walked into June's house, I could feel a heaviness, and I could feel the negativity, and I could tell that there was something in the room. Oh my, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of negative energy in this room for sure.
Could it be coming from the pictures, Suzy?
See the pictures? No, it's not the pictures. This is your area. This is the area of the negativity, right in here. I can feel it. Your negativity is round the clock.
Wow.
I don't even want to touch it.
You don't want to touch it?
No.
I'll touch it.
Whoa. Oh my. What's that? It's an old coin. 1907.
Let me see that.
Why?
It's not just a coin, it's an old penny, an old copper penny. You feeling something from this?
Absolutely. I can do a smudging with sage that will remove the negative energy from the coin and those entities that are associated with it.
Well, let's do that then.
Let's do it. We're going to ask the universe and Mother Earth to cleanse this object of all negativity.
The process of smudging involves burning sage and allowing the smoke to flow around an object or a person or a place. It's believed that any evil or bad energy is carried away with the smoke.
We're going to bring positive energy back into the home, take away the negative energy with the smoke. It will no longer be in the coin or in any object in the house.
After the smudging Suzy did, I felt the home was a lot lighter, the atmosphere was much more positive, and I sure hope June felt that way too. Hopefully, any evil energy is gone from her home. My friend Rob is a master blacksmith and knows all about the age of ancient iron. I'm hoping he can tell me if these cruel shoes fit into the right time period. Hey Rob, how are you?
Steve!
Great to see you.
Curious to see what you got
Oh
here.
man, the spring-loaded plate on the bottom to shove the spikes into the soles of the feet.
Can you tell how old the metal is? I can see striations in here, which is indicative of wrought iron. So definitely it's old material. I would say based on the design or the technique used to make this, the late Middle Ages, like we're talking 15th, maybe 16th century.
Awesome. That's great news.
How long would it take to make something like this now?
3 days, maybe.
3 days.
Make a pair like this, yeah.
How much would that cost?
A few $1,000s. I would say, you know, somewhere between.
That's for a replica, right?
Yeah.
Wow, what would you value these at?
Well, I would say they got to be at least double. If you're saying they're this rare.
Oh, they are?
Maybe more.
There's some-
Steph called me the other day.
Yeah.
And she gave me a description, asked if we could make a mock-up for them, and
see how it went.
This is what I came up with.
Oh, man.
not my finest craftsmanship.
Is this the Dutch version, the wooden shoes? This is awesome. I would never want to test drive any of this stuff.
Both of these are nasty. I wouldn't want to try either of
No,
them.
you try these. They're harmless. They're not that sharp.
Don't get any ideas. My feet are too small to fit in either of these anyway.
Brutal.
What?
You're evil. I know what you're thinking.
Step in.
Dude, just put your foot in there. It's just a test. I want to see how this works, how it would have felt back in the day. See,
man.
Is it effective or what?
Yeah.
Really? You know, Rob, so steel in the other room, it looks very antiquated. I wanted you to make me something with it, hopefully, for a new exhibit. Steph, I need you to come take notes, see if it fits in the budget. Come on.
You're not leaving him here, right?
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Sorry,
Come
he's
on.
my boss.
Come on, guys. Hey, guys. This isn't funny, guys. Come on.